Throughout all the battles Canadians fought in World War I, the Battle of Vimy Ridge is considered as one of the greatest battles in Canada's history. It was a battle that changed Canada from a colony to a nation. It was the battle that Canadian military achieved its highest point. And it was the battle that every Canadian should be proud of. Thus, it impacted Canada in a monumental way. Vimy Ridge was located in the northern part of France. The ridge rose 154 meters above the Douai Plain and extended 8 kilometers from the northwest to the southeast. Vimy Ridge was held by Germany since 1914. The location of the ridge was important to Germany because it provided Germans with a commanding view of British troops and protected a vital area of equipped France. Between 1914 and 1915, France attempted to capture the ridge 3 times, but they all failed due to the heavy defense of their enemy. Eventually, Britain and Canada joined the battle. Canada joined the battle for 2 reasons. First, at that time, Canada was considered a part of the British Empire. This meant that Canadians supposed to follow a British army to participate in the war. Canadians were also forced to take over Vimy Ridge and push Germany out of France to gain better reputation as an independent nation. Before the battle, under the Canadian General Sir Arthur Currie's suggestion, Canadian soldiers trained thoroughly. On April 9, 1917, 4 Canadian divisions with a tremendous population of 40,000 soldiers under British commander Sir Julian Byng's command fought together synchronously towards Vimy Ridge. During the battle, the Canadian soldiers strategically planned out the creeping barrage, that is, soldiers creeping forward on no man's land under machine guns and artillery's protection. This forced Germans to stay in their trenches while Canadians creeped up on them and attacked, thus providing no time for Germans to react. The creeping barrage demonstrated Canada's talent, as nobody had the idea of combining different combat units together before. The result of the battle was that Canadians captured the front line in less than 30 minutes. Canadians captured the whole ridge in less than 8 days. Although the victory came swiftly, it did not come without cost. There are 3,598 dead and 7,004 wounded casualties in Canadian side. While the Canadians had losses, the German defenders lost almost all their strength, including 4,000 prisoners. The Battle of Vimy Ridge remains one of the most powerful moments in our military history, a victory for Canada on the world stage, though with much sacrifice. While Canadians mourn the loss of so many lives, we take pride in the valor of those who fought at Vimy Ridge in the name of peace, security, and freedom, said by Julian Fantino, Minister of Veterans Affairs. The victory of the battle allowed the British to push the Germans further back overwhelmingly in later battles, and served as a huge moral boost to the Canadian Army. After the victory, Canada was able to have its own Canadian officers in command. Sir Arthur Currie was promoted to commander of the Canadian Corps. This victory also allowed Canada to separately sign Versailles Peace Treaty at the ending of World War I. This shows the significance to Canada's birth as a nation. "So Canada was born," said by Canadian politician Brian Mass on describing the Battle of Vimy Ridge. In 1922, France granted Canada permanent use of a section of land at Vimy Ridge for the purpose of a battlefield park and memorial, which was named the Canadian National Vimy Memorial to commemorate the Canadian soldiers who died in the battle. The Battle of Vimy Ridge could be classified as the greatest battle in Canada's history. Therefore, it is certainly that people should remember the battle. Everyone should hold high regard on soldiers who participated in war. When we look back on the lives lost, but also look at the freedom, autonomy, and independence us Canadians cherish now, we must always acknowledge the great Battle of Vimy Ridge.